Hey, Ashwin, I
How are you?
noticed your backdrop has an image of Putin and a soldier, and that much awaited, much dreaded war against Ukraine has actually happened.
That's
That
correct.
that dreaded attack that everybody is condemning, the powers of the world are condemning and planning sanctions against Russia. But I think Putin he's got it all planned. What are your thoughts?
Well, one thing I must say, although we don't look at politics, we don't get involved in politics. There are two things I must say, actually, Tessie. We have seen, history has shown, whenever the Democrats come into power, they always advocate war.
Yeah.
Secondly, in this leadership, Biden has made two mistakes. One mistake was Afghanistan, and now this, Ukraine.
Mm.
It's very sad because we still feel it's a Putin playing a calibrated chess game, as always.
Everyone
Russia,
thinks it's posturing. What do you think?
yeah, it is posturing, but this is very, very big posturing because it's a big poker game.
Well, posturing, I mean, in terms of, playing strengths, playing one up against the other, and especially manipulating markets.
Yes, and also, let me add this as a very important point. The United Nations Security Council is obsolete and useless. What is the point of having all these expensive meetings when all these clowns, I must say clowns, they can't stop Putin from attacking, and the UN Secretary General has to beg Putin against attacking Ukraine? What have we become since World War II? The UN Security Council should be scrapped. It's no use.
Well, the Ukraine leadership
Again, we have seen that the UN Security Council is useless.
The Ukraine leadership was seen as weak, and many leaders condemned that. I don't know what the story is behind that.
I won't go into politics. I'm not going to politics, but at the end of the day, what is the role of the UN Security Council? Okay, that is my big question to the leaders out there in New York who talk so big, act so big, but the essence of it, they can't prevent anything. They can't prevent Afghanistan. They can't prevent Ukraine.
Or Sudan or Yemen.
Yes. So now, everyone watching this video, the scoop is this. I know everybody's panicking. I know your banks must be calling you to say, please put in more money if you got not enough money. But if you look at the big picture, and if you can afford to act on the big picture, Ukraine presents a very nice opportunity to create wealth.
Well, I understand that oil price has risen above $100 a barrel.
It's close to, it's 95, it was 93, 95. We do
what do you make of that?
Yeah, we do see up to 120 a barrel. And this is not because of Ukraine. On the whole, the oil market will rebound back strongly as Omicron is defeated, as things go back to normal. And we have been advising our clients in the last 2 months to start buying oil companies. I won't mention names, of course. So like I was saying, there'll be banks who call you to say, hey, now you have to top up your margin if you got not enough money. But for those who can afford the risk, and this is where I must make one special mention. You see, when we tell clients the committed capital should be between 50 to 100,000 US, and some people say, why so much? Now, this is a living test and example for everyone. Why so much? When a geopolitical risk like this breaks out, war, number one, no bank can tell you when the war is going to break out. Number two, no bank can tell you how long the war is going to last. Number three, no bank can tell you how much the market will drop if the war lasts for more than 1 month. So because of this, we always say 50 to 100,000. So you have enough margin in case certain such things happen.
I have heard comments from some of my friends who've subscribed to your program that even 100,000 is little because it's risky to invest with such small amount compared to what the private banks are asking for. Okay. What do you think?
I tell you about that. 100,000 is not risky and it's not little, because with the 100,000, we're not buying the whole bloody, sorry to use the word bloody, whole bloody universe. We're only buying top class companies. So with 100,000 US dollars, we can end up buying from you only about 5 to 10 companies. And these companies, we're not paying full margin. We are paying 10% of the actual value of the stock. So you only stick to 10 companies, you only stick to top class stocks, and you got 100,000 and you own 10 companies. It is not risky at all. It is not risky at all.
So you have a very good risk management program.
Yes. And with 100,000, why we say 50 to 100,000, 100,000 preferred? Because with 100,000, in a scenario like this, we can actually do a hedge for you and end up making money for you from this war. But for clients who have less than 50,000, it's difficult to do that for you because there's not enough margin.
Yeah, so you consider this a geopolitical scenario. What about like Omicron, and what about the pandemic? I mean, these things are cyclical, right? And there's always something going on that is a disruption.
So what has happened is this: we were focusing on Omicron. Now the war has shadowed the virus, overshadowed the virus. As always, the market always has new things to focus on, and then the old things slip back into the background. So we are now looking forward for everyone watching this video. So the war has taken center stage right now, and you have financial sector, of course, dropping because of this war. And Dow Jones at one stage today was down 900 points. And of course, you heard the financial sectors will be going down. Now, let me fast forward this. And let me give you a preview into our meta frame, Jesse. So the war goes on, say 1 month. Okay, the war stops after that. For some reason, ceasefire, negotiation, diplomatic communication, whatever. Then what is the next thing that's going to go back on the plate? The Fed interest rate hike. This is a very big tip for everyone watching this video. And I don't mind giving it away because I want to show the world that we are here to make money for you. So once the war pauses or the situation gets better, what will be back on the table is that the market still expects 5 to 6 interest rate hikes in 2022. This morning, Goldman Sachs reiterated that they do not expect the geopolitical risks of the present moment to affect the Fed rate hike in any way. So that means then people will start focusing on the rate hike. And what will go up because of this rate hike talk? Financial institutions. So the Ukraine attack is an excellent opportunity for investors who have the capital to buy top quality banks. And I'm talking 20 to 30% upside, because once the rate hikes start happening, you will see top quality banks going up. This is a free tip for everyone watching this video, and you can easily make $20,000 to $50,000 on what we are saying right now.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering whether it's a good thing to make money off a war. You know, Putin talks about demilitarizing, whatever that is. But, you know, it's the common man who gets hurt. It's always the case. The small man gets hurt.
But Chelsea, let me give you a flip side. So we use opportunity like this to firstly buy the Japanese yen. Secondly, you buy gold. Thirdly, you go and buy banks. The gold and the yen long position will enable you to profit from war. Now, you see, every time when I talk like this, Jesse, I'm giving away too much. What I'm trying to say here is this: war or no war, demilitarization of the country or not, there is money to be made from any and every circumstance. And right now, as I sit down here, there's money to be made from war.
I figure that it's always a good deed if we put money in the pockets of the common man. That is why I'm very, gung-ho about this program. I'm fully supportive of this program that you're offering.
That's why, Tessie, because we put the money in the pockets of people, we're not charging even 20% performance fee for this program.
I know the haves will always have, and they'll always have, inroads and opportunities coming at them. But it's the people who don't make that bracket, who want to find a solid, reliable expert to show them the way. And that's what I support.
Well, let me give you a clue. The first thing, when the Ukraine attack happened this morning, gold shot up. And let me tell all crypto enthusiasts, please watch our video called Bitcoin is Yesterday's News on YouTube. We were saying on that video that Bitcoin is really yesterday's news. And today's Ukraine attack has proven to us clearly that Bitcoin is not an asset to invest in when anything bad happens. Gold is still gold. Today, Bitcoin has collapsed to 34,000 and is down 30,000 from the top when the war broke out. So all those people who are going to tell me we invest in Bitcoin because it's store of value, is a hedge against risk, it's the new thing. I'm sorry. If you had your investments in Bitcoin right now, you better be shivering because it can go to 30,000 even if the war worsens.
So let me ask you.
It's a very good lesson for us to say talk is cheap. Anybody can throw a financial market theory, but when the actual thing happens, the actual event proves everything for itself. We can talk anything we want. At the end of the day, the markets are the best judge.
So let me ask you, this window of opportunity to get in while the markets are crashing, so to speak, there's blood on the street, horribly to say. I mean, how long do we have to act to make a move to decide?
Well, in this situation, Tessie, no one can tell you how long because we don't know how long this war is going to last. We don't know how worse it will become. But what I can tell you is this, back to the drawing board. If you can wait for 12 months, it's a good opportunity to start doing something.
Yeah, and also the same hashtags, the same concepts of buy quality names.
Do not panic.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, geopolitical risk, I must mention this, is the most trickiest risk in the entire financial market. Why? It's something that no one can predict. It's something that no one can say it's going to happen now, it's going to happen tomorrow. And secondly, very, very important, we and nobody, no other banker can control this kind of risk because it's in the hands of elephants in the room. It's in the hands of powerful politicians. No one can, you can see even the UN Security Council cannot stop Putin from invading. So who are we to talk? But
I remember one time.
At the end of the day, this brings about exciting opportunities if you can afford it.
I remember one time we were in buying Petrobras and there was this, what was it, a raid or?
It was a strike by the truck drivers.
Rebellion, a strike. Yeah.
Before the election.
The price just dropped.
The price dropped 40 to 50%, and all our clients are panicking. But guess what? After the election, the price went up 60%. So can you stomach that kind of movement?
Yeah. So it's geopolitical risk.
I should have, I could have. But at that moment, I mean, 6 months later, everybody will say today, I should have bought when the market crashed. I should have, I could have. But my question to you is this, let's be more mature and realistic. Can you stomach the volatility? If you cannot stomach the volatility, don't say I could have, I should have. Don't say that because you can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can stomach volatility, you can start buying.
Right.
Yes.
Well, so thank you. What are your parting words for us today, Ashwin?
Yes. Wealth creation is not for everyone. There's no such thing. Please, retail investors, please understand. No such thing is, I'll give you less than 50,000. I'll give you 30,000. I want you to make for me 100,000. There is no such thing as a pipe dream. Anybody who tells you I can make 100,000 from 30,000, I want to laugh. I look at all kinds of kids nowadays, kids on internet. You give me $50,000, I can make it for you $1 million trading FX. Please, let's not do this. We are professionals. There's no such thing as 50,000 makes you $1 million. There's no such thing as 100,000 makes you 2 million. There's no such thing. Firstly, before you talk about making money, again, ask yourself an honest question. Can you afford to lose this money? Secondly, I won't say you lose it all. What kind of risk can you afford?
So that was the other question. Will I lose all my money?
No, you won't.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You will not lose all your money. And in fact, we go one step further. You will have a paper loss, but you will not have a realized loss. You will have a paper loss, but not a realized loss if you know what to buy. That is very important.
Thank you so much for today, Ashwin. How do we contact you?
My email is ashwin@ppchk.net. On WhatsApp, it's bit.ly/algotrader. On Telegram, it's bit.ly/algofactory. And please visit our YouTube channel, bit.ly/algowealth, where you can see all our videos and what we have been saying and what we are still saying.
Thank you for today, Ashwin. We hope that the war will be over soon.
Thank you, Tessie. And let me say this, I'm not hard selling. If you want us to hold your hand and show you how you can profit from war and profit from quality companies 6 months down the road, please contact us.
Bye-bye.